Hey, what's up? What's up? This video is going to be short, but what I'll say is that, lately I've been thinking about what's my message. Making these videos, it's my power promise. There's a lot of things that go with it, but I'm also trying to figure out what is my message. And going through all this, making a video every day, it helps me refine my message so that I can communicate it clearly to other people, you know? And today I was thinking about, I think my message probably revolves around a few core things. And so I'm just kind of thinking about it today. And I think at the very top, the very most main piece of the message is to be grateful, is to make gratitude your most dominant personality trait. Your most dominant personality trait and habit. Therefore, habit. Because if you can go about your day and just be thinking about what you're thankful for and looking for things to be thankful for, you're going to experience the feeling of gratitude and appreciation much, much more often. And I think it's fair to say that gratitude feels really good. It feels like love. It feels like joy. It feels like bliss. It feels like clarity. It feels like satisfaction. It feels like safety. It feels like fill in the blank of things that feel good, right? And I think number two, another piece of the message, I think number two is know what your values are. By that I mean what you most value. In life we have a whole bunch of things that we value, that we rate in order from the most high thing, the thing we rate as the most valuable to us, to the very bottom. And in reality, each of us probably have a different number of values, but they probably range into the, if you get down to the really minute, probably into the millions. We probably have millions of different values, because in reality, the decisions we make, the way we see things, it's this very complex algorithm, if you know what that means. This very complex formula that we have in our minds of evaluating and judging and perceiving. So, but with that being said, just like a pyramid, it takes a crap load of stones to build a pyramid. There is one stone at the top. And just like that with your values, there's one stone at the top that is the absolute most valuable thing in the entire universe to you. In reality, almost everything in your life is going to revolve around the top 3 or 4 things that you value in your life. If you're a parent, it might be your kids. If you are married, it might be your partner. If you are very career focused, it may be your career. If you want financial freedom, it may be money. It could be anything. I'm just naming these because these are some of the most common. It could be literally pleasing your parents. Right? Could be being in good standing view of somebody. It could be video games. It could be traveling, it could be anything. But these are some of the most common that I named. Now, why that's so important to know, there's a lot of reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is, first of all, you'll know what drives you. And it allows you to be real with yourself, because we all say things that just aren't really true, even though we believe them, but they're not really true. Because have you ever watched people? And you're people, you're part of people, you do it too. Have you ever watched people and they say one thing and they do another? Have you ever seen that before? Have you ever done that before? Yes, the answer is yes. So, have you ever said something that you believe, like, oh, I want to lose weight. I want to become sexier. I want to get healthier. You say these things, but your actions may not show you give a crap about it, because you don't work out, you eat like shit, and all that. You know what I'm saying? So why is that? It's because of your values. And your values are enormous in measurement. I told you probably have millions of different values, all ranked. Some more than others, some less than others. And one that is ranked higher than another will, in your decision making, take rank over the other. Okay? I wanted this video to be short. I'm already at 5.5 minutes, but whatever. But with your values, another thing that's really powerful to know about this, and I hope you're still watching this video, because this is like, I have spent probably 20,000 hours, maybe more, probably more, boiling down shitloads of information and teachers and books and seminars and experiments and doing things myself and trying things and thinking and this and that. And it's boiling down to just a few things. So stay with me. What I'm sharing with you is so valuable, so effing valuable. So here's what's interesting, right? So maybe you've struggled to lose weight. First of all, on a side note, if you lose your keys, you lose your phone, you lose your car, you lose anything, what are you doing? You go look for it. So if you're thinking about losing anything, you're programmed to look for it. As a matter of fact, humans, we would rather not lose than win. Does that make sense? Like we will burn the bitch down to not lose, even if it means we don't win. Okay? So losing weight, you're failing from the beginning. That's not an attainable goal because it's positioned wrong. So gain confidence, gain self-worth, gain self-love, gain sexiness, gain appeal from the opposite sex, get your dream partner, feel good, fit into this, go to the beach, feel good about yourself. These are the things you want to attain, not lose weight. Okay? So those give you real goals. Now, stay with me on this. I'm using this as an example. It's one a lot of people can relate with, but it's relatable, but it's usable for anything. Money, wealth, relationships, partnerships, traveling, your career, anything, literally anything. So let's say you're a parent, okay? And you go through the value determinant process. I really recommend you go to drdemartini.com. This is where he's like the pioneer. I'd say he's the world's foremost expert on values. I mean, the guy's been teaching this for 45 years. He literally speaks every single day. He's a man on a real mission. Anyways, drdemartini.com. It's free. You can go through his value determinants thing and figure out what your real values are. You don't think you know what your values are. I swear to God. You take it and you will find things that you're like, wow, I guess I value that a lot more than I thought, or I don't value that near as much as I thought. So you'll know your own bullshit and you'll know what actually drives you. Now, don't listen to that voice in your head saying, oh, I know already. Don't listen to that. That's a dirty little fucking liar. Don't listen to that. Just do it. Now, with your values, whatever you want to attain, you want to lose weight, you want to gain health, you want to gain fitness, you want to gain self-love, you want to gain confidence, you want to look better than your sister or your friend, or you want to be the best looking person in the office, or you want to attract this one person, whatever it is. But you're having trouble getting yourself to work out and eat less, okay, to attain that goal. And you've been struggling with it. So what you do when you figure out your highest value, let's say you're a parent, let's say it's your kids, okay? You find out that your number one value is your kids. So now, the only thing you need to do to reach that goal of getting sexier, gaining fitness, self-love, attracting the partner, being better looking than your classmates, whatever, you need to link the attainment of that goal with your kids. Matt, what? Well, how do I do that? Well, it's about thinking about, well, if I do this, how does that benefit my kids? And that's all you got to do. You just need to come up with reasons why that benefits your kids. And when you come up with enough reasons, this fire will ignite in you, switches will go off and on, and the switchboard, and you will have a new program in here, and you will just do it, And then it's as simple as, all right, well, what do I do? Okay, I'm going to get up tomorrow and work out. But you will have a strong why. You will know why you're doing it. You know what I mean? Like, if your kids need to go to the doctor, is there anything that's going to stop you from making that happen? If your kids need to go to Timbuktu for them to have a better life, is there anything that's going to stop you from doing that? If your kids are your number one value, is anything going to stop you? No. Hell no. That's why it's so important to know your values, because your top 3 or 4 values in your life will bring you anywhere you want to go. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, right? So if you can figure out how getting healthier, more fit, reaching those goals, in that case, is linked to your kids' well-being, your kids living better lives, your kids living longer. I mean, here's an example. Well, if I do that, I will set an example and my kids will work out. Maybe I can work out with my kids. Maybe I can show them how to eat. Maybe I can pass this along and teach them some valuable habits. Maybe they can become stronger and fitter, and maybe they can use that in their life to live longer and be healthier and be happier and have their perfect partner and attract all kinds of people and feel good about themselves. Like, that's a start, right? Oh my God. Is anything that I said not true? If you go out and set that example, they're going to see it. Whereas on the other side, drawbacks to not doing it. Well, if I don't do it, if I stay fat, and my kids will see that example, and that's what they'll see, and then they'll probably become fat, they'll probably become lazy, they probably won't live as long, they probably won't feel good about themselves, they probably won't attract the right partner, they'll probably be desperate, they'll probably get made fun of, they'll probably blah, 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 blah. So all of a sudden, all the drawbacks you come up with from not attaining that goal, the negative things that happen to your kid, that motivates you too. But most people don't think about this. I wouldn't have. I mean, I've just been on this very, very long journey discovering this stuff. And when I say it, it seems so obvious, right? But no one really talks about this. No one really thinks about it in this way, as obvious as it is. But again, this is the message I'm trying to come up with. This is what I'm trying to relay to people, to you. We're at 13 minutes. It takes me forever to upload these things. But I do it. It's my power promise to myself. Feel good about myself doing it, and you are getting value from it, and that feels really good. The other day, a couple weeks ago, I was out on a boat with a close family friend, and she was telling me, I really like your videos. And I was like, that's wonderful. I'm glad. And she goes, I share them with my kids. And I thought about that a bit later, and I thought, what an honor. Really? Because I know that as a parent, she values her kids probably above everything, above her own life. So if you're sharing my videos with your kids about, how to live your life, like, what an honor. That's the biggest compliment I think I could get. Because if you're saying what you do, I see as valuable to the number one most valuable thing in my world, and I show it to them, that's amazing. And it feels good. It feels really damn good. I hope to have that kind of impact with lots of people. But so I'm going to end the video. Those are 2 big things I came up with today as part of my message. Number 1, just put gratitude as the dominant trait in your personality, as the dominant thing that you do, that you focus on. And you won't have to focus for long. It'll just get incorporated in the switches and the wires, and you'll just do it in the same way that maybe now you may have hate in you and judgment, and you just judge and hate and do this stuff, and get angry, whatever your current patterns are. You can change them. You can change them, just like, it's just like there's no baby you would see that you go, they try walking a few times, you go, well, I guess that's one of the babies that just can't walk. You would never do that. You're not some exception. What I'm telling you, you can do, right? Okay, you get that? So, gratitude. Seriously, and like me, I've been practicing this. It takes a while. I'm 36 years old. I've been practicing habits. I've been working at this a long time, but I wasn't always like this. I wasn't even aware that you could have any effect on changing yourself. Really, I had no idea how to do it. No one teaches that. Hardly anyone teaches that. Certainly not in the mainstream or in any schools, public schools or anything like that. But I've been practicing gratitude for quite a while now, and the biggest thing, you just work on catching the negative emotion as fast as possible. And you don't question it, you don't give it any attention, you don't think, oh, this is valid, or maybe I need to pay attention. No, you just completely ignore it, and you immediately switch into, today was really nice, dinner was really nice, anything, reach for anything. My shower today was nice. I'm so grateful to have a shower. My air conditioning is great. The sun out today was great. Driving around today was great. Dinner was great. Coffee today was great. I had a few nice conversations today. That was great. You just keep going, going, going. You don't judge the things you're thankful for. Just say them. Just go, 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 go. And you'll just be like, wow, this is great. And eventually, like tears will come from your eyes. Often. They do for me. Because when you feel real gratitude, like tears just come from your eye. And I'm not saying you gotta make yourself feel gratitude. Oh, it's gonna feel it. No, it's not. You don't have to tear up. But when you do, you know that you've really hit a big bell, right? And it'll happen from time to time. But don't put any pressure on any of it. Just think about, make it easy. Oh, I'm grateful to have electricity. That's amazing. I brushed my teeth today. It feels good. I have running water. That's fantastic. I have a refrigerator. That's great. I have a gym in my building. That's great. My rooftop is great. I live right by the waterfront. That's great. I have wonderful views. That's great. Just whatever it is for you. I have wonderful people in my life that care about me. I have this phone. I have the internet. I have, YouTube. I have Google. I have Facebook. All this stuff. It's wonderful. It's just easy. You can just go, 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 go. And all of a sudden you've walked far away from the negative emotions that you were trying to grow, okay? Don't question the negative stuff. Just drop it and move the other way. It's harder in the beginning, I understand, but it doesn't serve you. It's not where you want to be. You want to be in the nice, beautiful mountains and with views of valleys and peaks and waterfalls, and that's where the gratitude is, instead of in the nasty dump of junk and smell and stink and rot and sewer. You don't want to be there. That's where the negative emotion is. Just walk the hell out of there. Walk into the mountains. Anyways, and then number 2, know what your values are. Go to drdmartini.com. Fill out that value determinants thing, because it'll ask you questions like, what do you have at your desk? What do you have in your car? What do you spend your money on mostly? Stuff like that, because those are actions you take. And if you around your desk at your office or at your home, if you have pictures of your kids, if you have pictures of your dog, if you have trophies, if you have football jerseys, whatever this stuff is, these are things you really value. If you have video games around, if you have pictures of beautiful mountains and travel and photos of yourself, and maybe you have photos of your family, whatever it is, these are things that show in action what you value. And then whatever you want to accomplish, it's just you link the attainment of that goal, the incorporation of those habits into your life, you link it to your things that you value most. Ideally, the number one thing you value, top 1, 2, 3, 4 things, okay? I'm going to think about what message I'm sharing more and try to get clearer and clearer and clearer on it. That's a never-ending practice, but those 2 things, gratitude, because it'll just become part of your personality. You'll change your personality. Gratitude becoming the dominant trait in your personality. And as Dr. Joe Dispenza says, your personality creates your personal reality. Your personality creates your personal reality. And it'd be pretty nice, right, to have a personal reality that is matching a personality of gratitude. You're awesome.